The college basketball experience, national championship preview and picks, as well as Final Four reaction show episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Make real money predicting sports, people. Kalshi is available in a ton of different states, and you get $10 free with our promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Bill Romanowski. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Show. It is just about an hour or less than an hour from ending the second Final Four game. So we know the Natty, although we probably knew the Natty about 3 hours ago. YouTube.com/the college experience. Jump on over there if you can. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you're listening to this on the audio side, you're still a great human being as well. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing.
Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
Oh, what a day at college sports. Open, shout out to Josh out there in the world, ECU fan, treating us royal. Met up with them. Went to an ECU baseball ass whooping today. It was actually perfect because I was a little nervous about driving 2 hours to an ECU game, and then driving 2 hours back, hitting my TV spot, then watching two awesome Final Four games. But ECU went up 11-0 in the first inning. Did me a solid against those pussy clits. If you are watching this, you realize that, there is not a certain individual here, but I will still give you this.
That's what they dream. First to give your girl a crazy dream with 3 kids. Remember to gas up.
He maybe did not gas up. Who knows? But he has been creating content at a record high because he's in Indianapolis. Shout out to Avetta there. Shout out to Tailgate Report and everyone else in the chat. But Mollyline Mac is not available. And look, I was perfectly happy with this. Because I just had a feeling he was on a gigantic bender, and I was like, all right, maybe it's best he sit it out. I have no idea where he's at, but all I know is the content that is coming out of social media is quite hilarious. So glad that he is not on this show, because it would have been a 5-hour episode of arguing. But instead, we have the B team, but some say the B team's the A team. But before we get to the B team, we got the host of the college baseball experience in the house.
Introduce yourself first.
I already did.
Pick Dundee.
Yeah,
you did that.
He played the movie clip.
I thought you went straight to the. You might notice that somebody.
This fucking guy's on cloud 9 over here. He has no idea. He has no idea right now. Anyway, give it up.
I was too busy bopping my head to the tune.
Noah Line Mac up here is just blacked out on camera.
Noah Line Mac. Give it up for the great Noah Bieniek. How are you, buddy? Thanks for that fuck up on the introduction.
I mean,
how are
it's a
you?
College experience show. Nothing runs smooth here, but Mac didn't show up. I went 2-0 on cut bet against him, so he's out there. Stay aware if you're on the streets in Indianapolis, because there is a stray money line Mac running around.
That's not Mark Sanchez. That's Ryan McIntyre.
That is
he could be running wind sprints in the fucking alleyway. You never
look
know.
at live. How about a wind sprint?
Wasn't he on? What was he on again? He was on like PCP. What was Sanchez on again? It was on something, right? It was on
my mama car.
Yeah, and
he was on
Huffer,
like 5 different. He was like Cody.
Huffer is alongside
PCP.
Mac, so this is impressive that Huff is tuned in and also has an eye on Mac. Hopefully,
his content's been killing it too. Huffer's been like he's been our eye in the sky. He's got like video clips of him talking to fucking cheerleaders. He's been stash in the Final Four weekend. That's what he's been. Just growing the stash in Las Vegas. Michael Huffer and Indy. Pump Fake Pod. Yeah, I feel sorry for all those fucks. All right, because they're all watching Mac. Right, they're all taking care of that prick.
Tailgate Report was in here. He's with Mac too.
He's the fucking man. He's the fucking man too. And I guarantee you. See what happened in Vegas? I had to pay his fucking tab, and that's how I got these shitty bear down glasses. Right?
Oh, put those to rest today.
Tab, because poor fucking Huffer and tailgate reporter Avetta is sitting there, or Rocco is just sitting there having to fucking throw down money. I guarantee you on Molly Line Mac when he disappears.
Just play another song of the Country Roads. That'll get his spirits up, and he'll buy a round. That's the only way. Let him be excited about the Crown Championship game on Sunday.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck that game. That game cost me actually more money than the Final Four. But look, we got people to introduce here. And we're sitting over here talking about that pile of shit.
Well, it's content, like you said, and Huff's saying that each day different scattered halves.
That is true.
3-day bender.
I can only. Where's he going in Indy? All right, you know damn well he's not going to St. Elmo's. He's at. It's not Billy Ray's Tacos. It's fucking Don's or something.
Don's got to be at Brothers. Yeah. He's at Brothers in Indianapolis.
He did tweet out it was Brothers. Yeah, it was Brothers.
Like when we were rooting for Howard in Vegas, where Mac and I are standing there, let's go Brothers, and Mac's at Brothers now.
And that's those started with the Brown Bears, but in the Ivy, if you remember correctly. But so that's that right there. If you're wondering who that is the great Troy Chewning right there, who's on the boards often, by the way. And you know, sometimes the producers don't get the love that they deserve, right? Shout out to the great Troy Chewning.
The producers just got to barge their way on the screen, on the camera, like I did.
We're a very open forum. We believe in America. All right. So anyone can jump in here, and it's just, we don't really structure anything. But shout out to the great Troy Chewning. How you doing, pal? Have you heard from Molly Line Mac? I know you guys have been chums for quite a while now. Have you? You probably put your phone on silent, if I had to guess.
No, actually, this is how I know that Mac is on a legendary bender, because I've only heard from like the second degree of separation from Mac on what he's doing. I have not gotten any direct text messages from Mac up until about 3 hours ago, when he hits Capper and I up and goes, "You guys are going to have to go on the show and place me."
Look, I told him earlier in the year, like, dude, if you're super fucked up, I mean, you can come on the show, but you don't have to. You
are your own content if you come on the show.
Yeah, I was like, we will not. If you text me saying, dude, I'm super fucked up, I'm like, okay, I can do this. For years, I did this by myself.
And I will say, I don't know if he's super fucked up or just really enjoying his time. Like,
I think it's a combo.
Final Four, there's plenty of coaches, plenty of friends. You know,
Little from column
I'm not
A,
going to say he's fucked
B.
up.
No,
I got to answer some chat questions here. Capitals making the playoffs. We just skyrocketed to a 20% chance after we needed 5 different things to happen tonight, and they all did.
Bang.
Finished golf course air rating. Yes, I had 38,000 steps on Tuesday and 32,000 steps on Wednesday for a total of 34.4 miles.
Damn, that's like a caravan travel, right?
Yeah, pretty much is LeBron James out there on the floor.
Yeah.
They call it a crab dribble, actually, Colby.
By the way, we're joined by fourth man in the booth. You've read his articles on sportsgamblingpodcast.com, I'm sure, if you love college hoops, because he's been destroying content over there. Yep. All right. I've called him the John Grisham of college basketball. Give it up for the great Cannabis Capper. What's up, brother?
Colby, thank you for having me. It's good to be here, even for the Final Four. This weekend, Huffer is the MVP, man. He got a picture with Red Panda.
I saw that. I saw a tailgate report too.
I've never been more jealous of a selfie with a celebrity than Huff getting a pic with Red Panda.
Well, it's okay because he's probably hung out with Max so much he's got a divorce pending. So call it a wash.
Sounds about right.
I guarantee you, like, there's only so much time before, and I'm just assuming that his wife's going around town with him. If not, maybe she's just maybe she's got a girls' weekend or something. But
I did not assume that she's going around town, but maybe she
is. If she is, that Huffer, I love you, but you're doomed.
I was told that she's a different breed. Like she is like right there with him. And
there's a reason why my wife hasn't met Mac. Mac hit me up one time. I was like, dude, I'm in North Carolina. Come to your house, or can I come over to your house? I was like, no. He's like, you come on, dude. Let's watch some games. I was like, don't you have 9 TVs? I was like, no, I do not. I will meet you in the Outer Banks. So I'll meet you in Richmond. But no, shout out to Huffer. He has been killing it. The content, some of these fucking videos and stuff have been absolutely fire. But Cannabis Capper, how you been, buddy?
Been doing really well. Article plays swept for Elite 8. Did reasonably well for Sweet 16. Did awesome in the NIT and CBC. So yeah, article plays are done. However, for the year, we decided to put that away at SGPN. So I will have a championship write up coming out tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to be on the shelf for a little bit.
Just IFL for Capper and I.
Yes, IFL,
baby. The best indoor football league capper that I know is Cannabis Capper.
Without question, the best one that Troy knows is me.
I wouldn't have let you guys on the show if you were going to plug fucking indoor football. You motherfucking filthy piles of shit. All right. I mean, look, if you want betting tips, check them out. But please, we have simple rules. All right. Simple rules. Basically, no rules on the show. Do not promote indoor football. All right. Do not promote indoor football. Not the IFL. But I'm sorry to break your heart, buddy. But you should know my fucking stance on that one. But anyway, check out if you like indoor football plays. Are the Iowa Barnstormers still indoor?
They are still indoors, yes.
All right, go Barnstormers, and shout out to Capper and Troy.
That, Noah.
But Noah.
Yeah,
we're not gonna go chronologically. You're on fucking cloud.
Oh, we
9.
weren't. I thought we were going to talk about the better game first.
I mean, both weren't. But every game that I witnessed today, even ECU Charlotte, was a massacre.
Yeah, true. The baseball game that you were at.
All the games that I saw today were shit. Even Creighton, West Virginia, actually. The best.
What happened at the baseball game for those that didn't watch or didn't pay attention?
I brought White Tiger. White Tiger went to White Tiger's first ever game was the last game at the Oakland Coliseum for the A's when he was just
baller.
I got him the certificate and everything. But now I took White Tiger to his second baseball game, which was ECU Charlotte. Let those clit bitches know who really runs the fucking state, right? And we've already won on Thursday and Friday. This is they play 3-game series if you're not familiar with college baseball. Well, White Tiger shows up and he brought that big dick energy. I'll tell you that right from the start, because ECU scored 11 in the first inning, and it was like, okay, we didn't even make it to 9. You ever get hey Clit, you got your ass whooped so bad, we didn't even make it to 9. The umpires were like, this is not safe. This is not fucking safe. Throw the towel. But yeah, so that's what happened. But anyway, look, I was trying to just feed off of your emotions, off of just what happened. But if
I went 2-0 though. I'm excited to talk about either game.
Well, let's start with Michigan, because Arizona, Michigan. I don't think I could have projected that game worse. Because I mean, here's the only thing I think I said smart was I thought Dusty May had a coaching advantage over Tommy Lloyd.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was like, dude, these Arizona guards are going to eat against Michigan's guards every time. By the way, shout out to one of our subscribers must be Elliot Cadeau, because every time I've shit on him this year, he's responded with like a 30-point game or a 20-point game and like 10 assists. Yeah. That was the most shocking thing to me is I was expecting Tommy Lloyd to shoot the three more, but the guards of Michigan took it to Arizona right away. Yep. Right away. I believe the quote is ate their ass for lunch. But that's an old SGP callback. But wow. I mean, right from the start, I texted you, I think like 10 minutes in, I was like, this game's over. It was like the physicality and like just they were so. I actually think Arizona's roster is closer to Michigan's roster than the score put out today.
Oh yeah.
It's just, once again, Dusty May 1, Tommy Lloyd 0. But also, I can't believe how bad the guards were today for Arizona. Bieniek, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, you said that you couldn't have handicapped it or script the game any worse. Like I already clipped it, put it out on social, on Twitter. It'll be there on TikTok and Instagram too. Like everything that I said about this game on how I wasn't totally convinced that Michigan would be able to do it, because that's how much I respected Arizona and believed that on neutral courts against the best competition this year, they've just steamrolled everybody. But I was like, the way you beat Arizona is you play with tempo, build a lead, force them to play a little bit uncharacteristically. They're not used to.
It was 10-1 out the gate.
Yeah. Yeah. It was 10-1 out the gate. It was like 28-12. Yeah, they're not used to playing from behind often this year. Every time they've had, it's been a dogfight, but they've been able to kind of pull it out in the second half. You saw it with Purdue. I think Arizona State did it to them. A couple of their losses, they were trailing from behind too. But it's just like this team structurally doesn't excel at the three ball. We don't know if they're good at doing it under pressure and game script, because they haven't really had to do it.
I thought that Tommy Lloyd, if it were me, now granted, I'm a guy recording in my garage, get there. And Tommy Lloyd just turned out North Carolina. So, I mean.
North Carolina dodged a bullet after watching what happened today.
Well,
I'm all the way there
wouldn't
already.
you, like, I thought the game plan personally for me, if it was up to me, I would say we have to take down their guards. The bigs is going to be interesting. They even had 2 fouls on Yaxel in like the first fucking minute. Yeah.
I was going to get there. Like Michigan's 3 big men, Adai Mara, Morez Johnson, Yaxel Lendeborg, all had 2 fouls with more than 7 minutes to go in the first half. They were fucked. Go ahead.
Yeah. I have been shitting on their guards all year. And because of certain games, they look like shit.
So. Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I don't, that's not.
I mean, Cadeau still had 6 turnovers today. It's totally fair.
Every time I've called out Cadeau, though, he's had a monster game all year.
He was huge today.
In East Lansing, he had a fucking huge game. I called him out specifically then, and then it was another Big Ten game. But but my game plan would be, hey, the bigs, we have to come out aggressively from the 3-point line. We shoot at a good percentage. We just haven't shot that many this year.
Yeah.
That would have been part of my game plan of like, let's take it to him first.
So building off of this point, this is how Tommy Lloyd got out coached. You've seen Michigan in their losses. The big men have knocked down 3 balls against them. You look at Wisconsin, you look at Purdue, it just happened, right? So also Gonzaga got their ass kicked by Michigan early on in the year. Mark Few handed him, assumingly, and it's a very good assumption, handed him a scouting report on how we played and got killed by Michigan. Here's how you battle that, or, tried to combat that, right? they have a big that is an excellent 3-point shooter in Anthony Delorso. He only had 13 minutes in the first half, 1 3-ball attempt, 1 3-ball made. In the second half, he played 4 total minutes, didn't take a single 3-pointer. That's just coaching malpractice. And to me, you've seen Michigan does not have many flaws. The flaws are backcourt turnovers, front court guarding the perimeter. I don't know how you didn't force really either one.
That was the shocking thing to me. Yeah.
Who handicapped this perfectly? Exactly what Colby was saying. The big men from Arizona are going to have to step out and shoot the 3, and they can't. But the big men, and specifically Yaks, can shoot the 3 from Michigan. So the only way to beat size on size is to stretch the floor. Arizona can't do that. Michigan can. You remember it was me, you, and Mac, and you thought for sure Mac and I were going to talk up the Big 12 team. And I looked right over and I said, actually, I think I'm going to side with you on this one, Noah, because I think Michigan can stretch the floor with their bigs. Yaks was 3 of 3 from the 3-point line, wasn't he? I don't think he missed a 3.
Yeah, but he honestly didn't have a huge impact in this game. But you're right, like
just enough to
he
move
was
him
a great
away.
Catch and shooter.
Just enough to move him away.
When he got
and it worked great as a decoy too in the game.
Well, their foul trouble when he got to 2 fouls and came out of the game. I think Michigan even got the lead even bigger.
Yes, they played better without him.
Yeah,
like that first half, I texted you guys. This is the Ewing theory for Michigan. Like they played literally 4 minutes with him entirely. First minute and a half, he picks up 2 fouls, and the 2 fouls
should have had a third, but who cares? They still would have rolled.
Yeah, the 2 fouls were within 20 seconds of each other too. So he goes and sits his ass on the bench. Then he comes back for 2 minutes and gets hurt. Probably should have picked up a third foul. To Colby's point.
Yeah. Also, like Jaden Bradley had some dumbass fouls.
Yeah.
The easy layup. The guy's walking in. A big is walking in. I forget what big it was for Michigan's going in for the layup. Right, and he just goes out of his way and fouls him. He's already making the fucking layup.
Slapped him on the forearm when it didn't need to happen. He had 2 offensive fouls. Once you get your first, once you see that they called the first one
was so dumb. Yeah,
you can't do it again. And he used the forearm, lunged with his shoulder.
You could tell he was frustrated though. And that once again, I forget who majority of the game was on him.
We were we switched
switching, right? Yeah, that's
Michigan
what I thought.
switches.
Well, they got into his fucking head clearly.
Yeah.
I think because he was dumb as shit
Cadeau
today.
created 2 or 3 turnovers specifically on Bradley, or if Bradley wasn't charged with the turnover, it was a bad pass that created a poor possession.
And Burry's had about the quietest 13 points I can fucking ever remember in my life.
He was laying bricks tonight.
I thought I didn't even think he got double digits. I'm looking at the stats right now. I'm like 13. He got 13. When the fuck did he score?
He was invisible in the entire first half.
He took
10 I mean, he was there. He was laying bricks.
Yeah.
He didn't make a shot. If he makes a shot, maybe this game's different. But Arizona
no. This game's not different.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cap, hold on. I who were you on, and what did you make of the game?
I was all over Arizona, and I was all over Burries. So, what I make of the game, Arizona unprepared, Arizona sloppy. Michigan made them pay every time.
Yeah.
Wolverines could not miss tonight.
Dude, if they played like tonight was like the throwback, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm saying like this was like November Michigan tonight.
Yeah.
Like this was like when it was just like jaw dropping.
The game's over at halftime against quality opponents.
Yeah. But to do that against a team like everyone was saying, like all year it was like, Michigan, Arizona, Duke, all in some way, shape, or form were 1, 2, and 3 this year.
And I think I still agree with that.
So do I.
Yeah.
And watching this team throughout March, I was like, they're not playing their best basketball. Like, this is not the team that we were watching November, December, January, boys. Like, there's another gear here.
So, yeah, they found it. So, no, it was it belt to ass for the entire game. It was embarrassing. I actually felt bad I felt worse that I bet on Arizona, but bad for the Wildcats themselves. It was a rough night for them.
I mean, Michigan shot 44% from 3.
It's insane.
Yeah, this is what I said before we started the show. It's very reminiscent of that 2021 Baylor team. Of course, they do it a little bit different. Baylor was much more guard oriented, but when the Michigan guards play like they did tonight, they remind me of the Baylor team that just it makes people like Bradley get frustrated and do dumb things because 5 minutes into the game, you're not going to win. what are you supposed to do? You can't just keep doing the same thing if you're down 10 points right away. You're down 15 points right off the bat. You start overextending yourself and doing things that you're not comfortable with. You've then played into the game that Michigan wants you to play.
And piggybacking off of Troy's point, that's great. And early in the game, it was in transition. Michigan killed Arizona in transition early, which is, again, how Michigan has thrived all year. I don't know how you come into this game unprepared for the transition, the transition offense of the Wolverines. You saw them trying to push the tempo. Elliot Cadeau sent a wild pass early, the first 5 minutes. Up the court to the other baseline where Adai is just sitting there. How is the 7'4" guy on the other baseline 5 minutes and you're not prepared for that? It turned into a actual double team because he was actually under the basket. But it's just like they weren't ready for that transition offense. And a lot of people will say hey, Michigan shot the lights out. That's how they won this game. To me, it was the defense. They came ready to at least match the high-speed collision down low. Koa Pete tonight settled for so many mid-range jumpers that you just didn't really. He's used to driving through contact and making the play at the hoop. He just didn't do that and wasn't really bringing on the contact as
Dusty
he has
May
all
had
season.
them fucking prepared though. It was just a harder shot for him. Even the times he did, I felt like it was a highly difficult shot for it to go in. And I mean, to his point, I think he made one or two of them, but
he had a great game. He went for 16 and 11 double. I'm not ripping on Pete. I'm just saying he played differently today than he had all year.
Sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Growing the Stash, Cody Frazier in the chat. I mean, everybody.
We
Rob
do have
Donaldson's
some super chats
man.
if you want to look at them.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. So you please bring those up.
Also, one more thing before we do super chats and move on from the game. Trey McKinney, the guard for Michigan, freshman, has played at an unbelievable level the last month of the year. Honestly, I'm afraid that he's turned himself into a top 15 NBA pick for the draft, and he's gone next year.
Yeah.
We were planning
I
on
think
having
you're
him
right,
there.
Noah. I think
and let's not forget, because of Michigan's awesome result today, Dusty May will not be named North Carolina's head coach until Tuesday. All right.
I don't know, man.
Right.
That was the other thing we didn't hit on. He recruited. He got a
I'm joking,
recruit to commit at halftime. Absolute psychopath. And
you don't leave Michigan now.
I have some terrible takes about this dude because I was so fucking pessimistic that he was going to Indiana last year. I was like, one and done. He's just off to Bloomington after this. Indiana dropped the ball so bad on that, by the way. But yeah, this guy's a psychopath, and I'm happy that he's in Ann Arbor. My goodness. I didn't think that Michigan basketball could ever be this good.
I know we're all over the place right now, but you're right. And I don't really think, I think Michigan with the money in the NIL era, you'd be crazy to leave that job. You'd be crazy to leave that job. But, and I'll get to all right in a second here, but we were discussing this. I went to the North Carolina baseball game yesterday, right? And to me,
did you get any inside scoop from what's his name who was at the game, Seth Trimble?
I did. Yeah, we NC Nick saw Seth Trimble. I didn't see him, but he was at the game. One of the things that they might, if everyone keeps turning them down, they might get a blessing in disguise, because it's like the rumor that we got from there was Mark Byington, and I was like, that one has it reminds me of the Dusty May hire from Michigan. I was like, that one's actually probably the best case scenario they could do, as opposed to Tommy Lloyd or something, which I think Lloyd would still be successful there, but everyone would be successful. If Hubert was successful to a certain, depending on how you want to look at it. Hang on though, go back to All Right's thing. I'm sorry.
We've got Gerald Jones, who gave us $5 to say
thank you, Gerald. Yeah, appreciate you, Gerald.
Here's All Right.
All right. Fucking, he's the man, giving us $20. Michigan minus 6.5 and the over 145.5. Dome football sucks. Thank you there. Great.
And we got 357.
Great last comment.
This is great, dude. Did you see this?
Yes.
35. Of course, this is from 357. What were you gonna say, Bieniek?
Did you see this? Did you see everything that happened?
So I'm not really.
I know you're not locked in on the women's.
Well, also, dude, I've been at an event. I was at the UNC game last night, and then this morning I wake up early to get all the way out to Greenville.
Yeah.
And then I come back and I have these games on. So I haven't really had a chance to dissect what happened there. Shout out to William Cox.
So post game, this is where it all happened. Is like there's 10 seconds left. The clock's running down. UConn's getting their ass kicked. Geno, the head coach of the Huskies, walks over to the midcourt line to shake Dawn Staley's hand. And as he does it, he's saying something, wording something to Staley. She, like, to her credit, I mean, he's out of line doing this. She blows a gasket, and I loved it. She's like, I'm going to kick Geno's ass. I'm going to kick Geno's ass. Like, saying this 10 times to her team. Because this guy, he goes to shake her hand and then walks away. Doesn't shake the hand of the rest of the team or anything like that. Post-game press conference, he was asked the first question of the presser. He turned it down and he said, I'm not really going to expand on anything in that topic. So then it comes back. Like the next question afterwards was a little cheese ball. Next journalist asks him, like, so what was the moment? Like, I know there might be some built up tension. He said the reason why he was not really happy with Staley is she didn't pregame shake his hand. Well, there's a photo on social media of the two shaking hands pregame. So this dude just threw a complete hissy fit that they got their ass.
I don't follow the women's game super close, but every time there's a mic in that dude's face, I've always felt like he's an asshole. I've always felt like he comes off like a dickhead.
Clark, right on the money. Pat Summitt always said everything about Geno Auriemma was phony and fake, and I believe it.
Look, there's a lot of people that win games that are fucking assholes, but I'm saying, like, I told a story of Tommy Lasorda, all right, on the SGP show a couple weeks ago, if you caught that. But he just it doesn't shock me. I mean, I'm not that familiar with the fucking scenario 357, but he doesn't shock me that a dickhead's being a dickhead again.
And it's
allegedly
it's tough to trust and take into perspective, like, a guy who's won so much after a loss in that moment where the team was 38-0. They were running on a 40-0 potential historic season. So, like, to lose the game, to be frustrated, I understand that. But everything that he said afterwards, like, I take it with a grain of salt, like, to a 10th amount there, because it's like this guy, he doesn't have to handle losses a whole lot right now. Like, he's just won everything. He's been to 25 Final Fours in his last 38 years of coaching or some shit.
And for what it's worth in a fight, I would be laying it with Dawn Staley to kick that motherfucker's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn Staley would beat that ass.
He's like an 80-year-old man. He has no chance.
Dawn Staley would beat that ass 10 years ago. Dawn Staley would beat that ass in 10 years from now. Dawn Staley's... she's gonna beat his ass no matter what.
That was a great comment from Beeves. He was like, yeah, she's got a bigger dick than Geno, no doubt. Capper, any thoughts on it before we move from that topic?
We can move on.
Next
we've talked enough women's basketball for the show.
All right, we'll get to the next game in a second, but before we do that, I want to let you know, are you in the Eastern time zone? Are you maybe in the Central time zone, but you got a car and you can drive? Well, Thursday night, my pal CJ Sullivan, the bet detective, is going to be live from the Richmond Funny Bone. That is April 9th, 7:00 p.m. So get out to the Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia. I'm going to drive 2.5 hours or 3 hours to just meet up with this prick.
How much did CJ pay for this sponsorship?
Yeah, man, this is just love, dude. This is a fucking go see a fucking hilarious comedian that is going to be doing some shows. And he's also, check this out, man. He's got some shows at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone as well on the 10th and 11th, doing two times on the do back-to-back shows on the 11th. So check out the Bet Detective live in Richmond, Virginia and Virginia Beach this coming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Also, and Bieniek, you can take controls of the thing now. We are brought to you by SeatGeek. Yes. This is what's great today and yesterday. I busted out the phone and I said, hey, SeatGeek app, talk to me. Tell me about these Tar Heel tickets when they're playing Boston College in baseball. Tell me about East Carolina just destroying the clit, right? And SeatGeek hooked me up, man. Gave me bet.
East
First
Carolina
off,
destroys a lot of clits, by the way.
they do historically. SeatGeek, basically, though, they recommended me seats. You could see it shows you even where you're going to be at. I mean, that's the best part about it. They have your back. Each ticket is rated on a 1 to 10 scale, so you know when you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. And get this, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. What a concept. They have a guarantee. Some of these other scumbag companies, all right, don't even have a guarantee. SeatGeek's got over 35 million downloads. It's the #1 rated ticketing app for a reason, folks. All right, so jump over to SeatGeek. All right, we'll get you 10% off any set of tickets with the promo code SGPN10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later over at SeatGeek. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is a real money prediction market, legal in a ton of different states, and Kalshi has a ton of trading options for your favorite sports. New Kalshi customers get $10 when you use the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, 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 promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog has you covered for pick'em for almost every single sport. Underdogs just increased their payouts. 2 pick entries now pay at 3.5 times, and 3 pick entries now at 6.5 times. I struck out on the Axel play. I had as higher 18.5 points. But
understandable.
Yeah. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. So do that and let it ride. All right, we are back, and well, I bet. What did I bet? I bet 4 college basketball games today, and I went 2-2, like Jerry Seinfeld. I always break even. UConn money line. Told you, this is the best part. If you pick enough games, you just say, "I told you, fucks." I also told you Arizona, but
hey, you didn't just call money line either. You said -6. Like dress it up with some free throws, and they did. It was a 4-point game, minute 30 left. Got dressed up to 11.
I mean, this one I actually was feeling really good about. I just don't think Underwood's a great coach, dude. This is like a classic ass whooping as a head coach to me.
Yeah,
like
I think both games were.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying, like Tommy, and you're right, actually, even more so because Tommy Lloyd just like has let me down a bunch in the past, obviously. But Underwood's done it like it's like a yearly thing. Like you can count on now. I was on Sports Grid tonight, and they said, what do you think should happen with Underwood? I was like, what? You can't be hinting at he should be on the hot seat. I was like, he's in the Final Four, but I was like, I don't think he's an elite coach. And I think Illinois' team is way more talented than UConn's. But UConn stuck it to him today. The ball movement, everything about this fucking game to me, short of a banked in 3 here or there. UConn took it to Illinois. Danny Hurley's, this is the best coaching job of his fucking career. And that includes Wagner and Rhode Island. I don't think this team's that talented. I don't think the team's that talented. He's got him in the Natty.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible. It was pretty much wire to wire, right? Early on, right? Illinois had a lead, but
this is a good time to put up Cody's super chat. If Hurley somehow wins this Natty, where would we rank him all time?
Because I'm already
number one. Dude, it's a dynasty already. So 4 years.
That's already right now. Like I can't believe this team is in the Natty.
In fact,
4 years in a row
already for me.
4 years in a row now, and this is why I'm calling it a dynasty for UConn. I don't even need to know the result of the national championship. He goes back-to-back national championships. Last year loses to the national champion, and this year will either win the national championship or he will lose to the national champion for the second straight year. Like he's been involved in the national championship 4 straight years. I don't know if you can have a better resume or stat than
John
that.
Wooden is the only other one to go 3 of 4.
Yeah, and he was paying players back when he was.
I was gonna say
hey, here's a concept. We're gonna pay players.
No, at that point it was just Southern California talent, and national recruiting wasn't a thing yet.
No, he paid players too. If you know about that, he was the first. He was the first to say, right?
First
but-
bags of cash.
I'm
mean-
not quite sure to know if this is Colby's satire or
No, like
No.
he is the first coach that I know. I mean, I can't say definitively the first ever, but I believe.
Like
Okay.
new broccoli paying players
Yeah.
in their 20s.
Well, I read a book about Bear Bryant doing that shit at Texas A&M, not even Alabama.
Yeah.
So, all right, John. All I'm saying, I believe paid players. Maybe he's first in college basketball. Maybe he's not. But man, this game and this job by Danny Hurley. Look, and over the years, we have not been the kindest. We've never once questioned if he can coach basketball. We've thought he was a dickhead at times, right? But man, like today was like a clinic. It was like a basketball clinic compared to like, hey, let's go play solo ball. I think even Barkley or one of the announcers hit on this, saying like, man, look how many times like UConn's like whole team, or like 2 or 3 times where they pass the ball on a possession. Illinois, it's like, no, let me just go. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna drive. No, they're guarding me. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna dribble back out, shoot a 30-footer. Like this was just dominance, man. Like I can't believe UConn's in the Natty. Although I bet UConn money line today, I also said this team's not nearly as good. All year, I was like, "There's no way they're going." Like, so people would ask me, like, what about a future on UConn? I was like, I can't believe they're in the national championship. I think this is one of the best coaching jobs in my life. I really do. Like, this team is not that fucking talented. Bieniek, your thoughts?
Yeah, I was right there with you in betting UConn in this matchup, and I thought that Hurley would outcoach Underwood, and to me, I thought that happened in this game. You look at the way that UConn attacked Illinois in the first half. The first 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, they established dominance. They established a presence down low around the rim. I texted you guys and Mac specifically, look, this is how you attack Illinois. They're beating them to a pulp physically right now. Terrace Reed had 7 and 5 in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
It was just like, are you kidding me? Houston could have done this in their sleep. And then when Illinois, first off, thank you to, I believe it was Tracy Wolfson, interviews Underwood at the under 12. Hey, you guys have kind of gotten, pushed around physically down low. And Underwood's, yeah, we've done a little bit better in the last 2 minutes. We're working on making the adjustments around that. Well, the adjustments were, they were able to collapse around Reed. They did a really good job at trying to just get hands and block shots, get hands up and around the rim, right? Well, how did UConn adjust? They just kicked it out, and they actually, so this is how Mac was texting us in the group chat, like, this is how UConn was winning the game, and I'm there. UConn was hitting their shots. Reed was able to dish the ball out a couple of times, and they, without a doubt,
solo ball played big.
Hit shots. Ball was big. Mullins was big. Demery hit a couple of shots as well. They hit shots. Give them credit. That is what I think the big time difference was, because Illinois had some open looks. They just didn't hit their shots today. But UConn established the down low presence in the first half. They won the game in the first half, in my opinion.
I still thought it was similar to it's different but similar. Like I every time, like when Illinois made it close and Hurley would call a timeout, they wouldn't necessarily make the basket out of the timeout, but goddamn, they would get a good look. It's like
Absolutely.
it was like coaching 101, dude. It was like it reminded me of the McCollum game, not against Underwood, but against Golden. So I mean, if you gave Danny Hurley Illinois' roster,
It'd be in the exact same spot.
I think they could win the Natty. Like, I don't know that I don't know.
I think
Like,
if you give Dan Hurley
they might be in the
Oklahoma's
exact same
roster,
spot.
they'd be in the exact same spot.
They might be a dog in the national championship, but they'd be in the exact same spot.
Well, we hit on this too. Illinois had a kind of a fortunate ride.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Avoiding North Carolina, who I thought would have gave him I actually think North Carolina I would have picked to at least cover, but I think I might have taken them to win. Against
and VCU star
yeah.
guard got hurt in the first 5 minutes of that game. So like
VCU didn't have the length, I think either. Like I feel like Carolina would match up better. And then getting Iowa, who has like who's got more athleticism? This podcast right now on our 4-screen or Iowa's team. So that was just a bad matchup. They didn't get Florida, they got Iowa. I mean, the credit to the Houston win because that was shocking to me. But it was a nice ride. That's all I'm saying.
Get Troy and Cap's take on this, and then I've got a large scale thought process or topic that I want to talk about this game.
Okay.
Troy, your thoughts on the game?
You know my take. I've been the only one here that has picked Danny Hurley every single round, and you can fade Danny Hurley at your own peril.
They didn't cover against Utah State, my friend.
The dude has lost one NCAA tournament game at UConn.
The Duke game, though, you can't flex too hard about the Duke game.
I was on Duke. I was on
to
UCLA
win the title when they were down 15 against Duke.
Dr. Fakin,
the live money line.
Dr. Fakin, I'm joking, man.
Yeah.
At any point, if he mentions that we have more athleticism than any other college basketball team, like it's a joke.
Yeah. Did you see how many steps I put in on Tuesday and Wednesday, Noah? I can make it up and down the floor for about 25 of the 40 minutes.
I mean, Donaldson knows I'm fucking around here. All right.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on.
Right.
But Cap, your thoughts on who were you on in this game? By the way,
I was all over UConn. I thought they were going to smash them, and I was more or less correct. The start of the game was odd to me because it looked like Illinois hadn't scouted UConn at all. I mean, they've been pretty much riding Terrace Reed like throughout the tournament. He gets off to a hot start. They had no idea how to stop him. Finally, they make an adjustment in the second half. It's just to Noah's point, just kick it back out, and shoot the 3 ball. I like this UConn squad. I don't know if they have enough juice to get past Michigan, but it's a veteran squad all up and down the court. They've been together forever. They all know their job. They know what they're expected to do. If they play within themselves, I think they might be able to make it close. But
look, I mean, I know we're gonna get to that point, but I'm saying one thing I can say. I don't think Danny Hurley will be out-coached. It might be even. It might be even. He does. I can't recall many times, even going back to his A-10 days, where he stood out to me as like getting out-coached. But yeah, I just can't believe they're in the Natty. Cody coming in.
I was gonna say we've got some.
Well, this is a hell of a story. I would say first off, prayers, and I hope everything is okay. But yeah, very degen all the way there.
Oh shit, dude!
Sorry to hear it, Cody. Thoughts and prayers, my friend.
Go blue.
Yeah, chicks dig scars. Chicks dig scars. Though it's gonna work out.
He took his kid to the ER because when he broke his finger in Vegas, he just rolling the
right
dice
now
on the craps table, shaking people's hands, getting blood all over their hands. Winning
Wait,
money.
It's a broken finger? I didn't know
It has to be. I looked right at it. I could diagnose that as a broken finger as soon as I saw it.
Cody, why are you giving us money then?
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that, but wait a second here. Do you want me? Is this like a Mexican standoff here where I have to? Are we supposed to retort with?
We'll multiply it by 5 if you need it.
I'm like, and now am I supposed to send you $100? Is that how it's supposed to work right now?
Well, Danny Dumbshit's helping us in that aspect if we wanted to.
Oh,
yes. Shout out to Danny Dumbshit, fucking legend. Don't want to miss Bieniek long form take. Hey, there we go. Appreciate you, Danny Dumbshit.
We also had Bill. Bill gave us $20. UConn fan. I didn't think we'd get here, but now that we are, let's go win the damn thing.
Bill. I mean, shout out to Bill. Bill's a fucking great guy. We met him out in Vegas. Partied with him in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think me and Bill even talked about this at one point.
Yeah.
I just think about like the college basketball championship runs, at least of late. I mean, like I was a skeptic on Florida last year, but Florida had the talent to like.
There are flaws on this UConn team. Man.
That's dude. I like from a roster standpoint. Like if you were to ignore the coaching and everything, from a roster standpoint, is this the worst roster in the national championship in the past 5 years?
No. I would point you to that 24
San Diego
Final
State.
Four.
You're talking?
I would say San Diego State, FAU.
All
and
those
Miami.
San Diego State players the next year. No,
honestly, Miami
I said
was
Natty.
the most
I
flawed
didn't
of
say
that.
Final Four. I said Natty, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but San Diego State, all those dudes started at Power Five. Lamont Butler was at fucking Kentucky the next year. Leday was Johnson was at Arizona.
They needed how many breaks during that run? Like it was a great team. They had some talent. I think UConn's gotten a little bit more.
Ohio State had a kid too. Who was it? Leday went to Ohio State?
No. Leday, I think, graduated or moved to the NBA.
They're starting five. One went to Arizona, one went to Ohio State, one went to Kentucky.
Kentucky, yep.
Lamont Butler was Kentucky. Ohio State got somebody. They got somebody. I can't remember right now.
I think you're right. I think you are right, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me pull up the roster real quick.
But that's my point is like, okay, you're probably right. UConn probably is a little bit better. I still think that San Diego State team had more talent than people think. Like maybe it wasn't offensive talent, but like length, athletic ability, defensive skill, they were pretty fucking good.
So Kashad Johnson went to Arizona.
Yes. Butler, Kentucky.
We knew that. And then
the kid to Ohio State, I think, played the best
Micah
of all
Parrish.
three of them. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, he didn't play the best of all three of them, but yes.
I'm talking when he transferred. Didn't he play the best?
No,
of the three?
I would say Butler was the best player that transferred out there. He was a good shot maker and a good defender for Kentucky. The best two players on that team, without a doubt, were Jaden Ledee and Matt Bradley. Matt Bradley was a pure just shooter.
Yeah.
And then also shout out to Dr. Fakin who gave us $2, throwing Brad Stevens' name in there and the GOAT coaching.
That's true.
I think if you do like a per capita, Brad Stevens is up there near the top. If he would have stayed around for a little bit longer, I think he definitely would have had his name in there 100%.
I thought he was going to be a college coach forever. I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, he's going to the NBA.
And with like 10 more minutes of thought on it, Jay Wright's in there too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh Thomas. Josh, I shouted you out at the beginning of the episode. Thank you for the hospitality, the fucking hospitality in G Vegas and Greenville there. He's got the ultimate tailgating setup. I mean, you got to check this shit out. If you're going to Greenville,
much, Colby.
Yeah.
Don't dox
shout out to Josh. He's the fucking man.
You gotta remember, Noah, when people have their usernames like Troy Chewning or Josh Thomas, you can only dox them so much. They've been doxing themselves their whole life.
Hey, there's only a couple of people that have banger tailgates at an ECU baseball game. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that great.
The market
tailgate.
is cornered.
Yeah, the market is very cornered.
All right, I want to talk Natty though in a second here.
Yeah, can I before we move on from the game?
Long
can I
form
bring
Noah.
this up?
Long form
Yeah.
Noah.
So Luke Murray's got a job. He went to Boston College. Hell of a hire for BC. I think they hit a home run there. I don't know how well it's going to work because BC still doesn't have a ton of resources, right? I think Kamani.
Whoa, hold on, time out. He had if he's taken the job, they had to say they're giving more resources.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he take it? You're UConn's assistant. You could get 1 billion gigs. There has to be more to that story. There has to be more to that story.
That's why I'm saying
You can't
BC
tell
hit
me
a fucking home run.
No, there's no way he agreed without a gigantic more of a financial input. There's no way.
Maybe. But to my point, Luke Murray's already got a job. Kamani Young, he very much could end up on this carousel if dominoes from North Carolina fall in some way. He's a home run hire. Orlando Antigua from Illinois, the dude with all of the overseas connections, that's where the talent is on this Illinois team, by the way. I've thought Brad Underwood has kind of gotten outcoached in multiple NCAA tournaments now.
Agreed.
Tyler Underwood's gotten a lot of credit for this run and scheming and doing a lot of the out of timeout stuff for Illinois and drawing up some plays. Like, credit to Tyler Underwood, I guess. Antigua and the connections that he's established with agents and recruiting overseas, I think he is also a coach that you have to watch moving forward because I don't think they got enough out of this roster. Without a doubt.
Agreed. I will certainly co-sign that. Shout out to Tailgate Report. Uh-oh. I get that reference. Tailgate Report giving us $20. Man, he's just always fucking kind.
Shout out to the back of Tailgate Report's shirt today too. How
which one?
Steve,
Oh no,
Steve Austin
yeah,
used to
yeah,
walk
that was
up to
great. That was
McMahon,
great.
And it's
That
the
was great.
headbutt from Hurley.
How does he get those like made so quickly? Like
He's got his own printing press.
Some people have
got
sources
to.
cap.
Secret of the pros. Secret of the pros. No, I think he's got a guy. He's got a guy.
This is my shout out to Molly Line Mac here. I got
He has to have his own
fire.
heat press.
It's the only way, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it in the garage.
Troy just ripping a double shot here.
Nice.
You definitely bought that at a gas station, by the way. You didn't go to a liquor store for that.
No, not for a fireball.
100%. That was
No, this is the
you're gassing
33.
up your
This is
car.
the 33% one. You can't get this at the gas station. You can only get
Really?
20%. Yeah. If you know, there's different ones they sell at the gas station.
I don't.
You found that out today.
All right. You got me.
Yeah.
I am wrong. You got me there.
Now I understand.
Anything on that? Because like I truly do believe those assistant coaches will all get head coaching jobs within the next couple of years, and they'll all be great. Like,
no, you're right. I mean, I'm assuming unless they go to the NBA or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think that's a fair point. And tailgate report, great reference there. I'm eager to see.
Clark-
I'm assuming you're going to the Natty tailgate report.
Clark, I didn't know his alma mater's Pitt, but Pitt's dropped the ball, man. I don't know how, because an assistant's cheap. To hire an assistant as a head coach is going to be a cheaper option than hiring a proven commodity.
Pitt bringing Cable back.
Good Lord.
These Duke guys get 9 lives. They get 9 lives. I mean, Hurley got a decade at Arizona State. Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Look, hold on. Before we get to the next, I want to talk about the Natty, but I also want to completely shit on West Virginia for fucking up my Creighton bet today. All right. No, you didn't think I was going to talk Crown? What if I told you I had more money riding on the Crown than in any of these fucking games today? Right? Yeah, that'd be accurate. You suck, Creighton. Fuck you, West Virginia. You should have lost to Stanford like I projected. Stanford, you're supposed to be smart, you fucking morons. Fouling from half court on a game winner when you're up 3. When you're up 3, you losers.
Hilarious.
Right? Now, shout out to Porter Moser in Oklahoma for looking good and drilling a shitty Baylor team.
Couldn't lose that one. I
yeah.
was safe on that one.
Yeah, Troy's got association with both programs.
Pulling the Dick Cheney there. I'm playing both sides.
Yeah. Troy is in the Crown final.
And as a West Virginia supporter, I'm pretty much clear. I'm gonna get a crown this year, no matter what. I will go home with a crown.
Did you actually bet that, Troy?
I actually bet Oklahoma West Virginia exacto final.
No shit.
There you go.
Just
Nice.
well, I bet Baylor West Virginia exacto final too, just for the hope that we would get more Moneyline Mac content, and here we are.
You get a fucking $500,000 to NIL. West Virginia, that could go a long way.
You could recruit for 15 years on $500,000 in West Virginia.
You know how many tacos at Mountain Mamas that's going to be, or Billy Ray's Tacos, whatever. The
48 cents a taco. You can do that math if you want.
It goes to this year's roster, though. I don't know if they'll be able to reuse it to recruit.
Yeah, it's a good point. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is your official data tool for dominating the madness that is college hoops. Obviously, we only have 3 games left with the Crown Championship, the NIT Championship, which I know Tailgate Report will be at, and the National Championship on Monday. Rhythm continues to crush it in college hoops, though. Plus, Rhythm's MLB projections are live, and they continue their NBA props heater. If you're looking to go premium, use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app. That's RITHMM for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. That's RITHMM. Promo code SGPN25. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. With Novig, you know you are getting the best prices because they are an exchange. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use the promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And of course, you got 48 hours left of Merch Madness. 15% off everything in the store right now. George Mason, start your football program shirts. I think we're like 30. Last I saw, 31 away. So we got 48 hours. We're really failing here.
And don't forget about the Looking Live.
The Looking Live t-shirts are perfect. And look, that shit ain't going anywhere. We got college. We got the Frozen Four in Vegas next week. College baseball. Obviously, all the other great sports that are going on. You can use Looking Live everywhere. You're going to the fucking Kentucky Derby. You see, that's perfect for that. Any sport you're going to see your fucking nephew's soccer game. That tag us at TCE on SGPN. It might be a little weird. You taking a photo though of that, but you might get looked upon by other parents. Like, why the fuck you taking a photo?
And then when they ask, all you say is, "We're looking live."
Yeah, we're looking live, darling. Preferably with some Mac shades on. All right, but you got to say it like that. 50 and look, get the Looking Live shirts. Obviously, the Bet Detective was the man behind that, bringing that and the Brent Musburger shit to our airwaves. 15% off everything in the promo code. We're still using March. I know it's April, but it's still there for you for the next 48 hours. So jump on over there and let it ride.
We have a shirt that says that too.
Yeah, let it ride. There you go.
Says let it ride.
I'll buy a George Mason football shirt if 5 other guys buy one with me right now. There you go. I like this, Cody. Look, you're no disrespect, Cody, but your son's got to fall down some more stairs because this is you're giving us money. Now you're buying George Mason shirts. What's going on? Just more stitches. We need more stitches.
He's also on Cloud 9 too. He's a Michigan fan, so we need more Michigan wins. There's only one more game left. So
Cody, stop spending your money on shirts. You're gonna have to pay a medical bill.
Yeah. Now, before we get to handicapping this, we don't do any notes before the show, really.
We don't.
You might. I don't.
I
but Clark says, shout out to the Crown for running concurrent with the Final Four. Well,
idiots.
I was thinking about that with 76 teams next year, which is very dumb. Who's going to be in the Crown next year, Bieniek?
No, I don't know who would be in it. Your crown would be the first. Your crown would take place in Dayton. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I have a feeling DePaul will be playing in the Crown next year.
So I'm
Did
saying
they play it in year one?
ECU is available.
They got destroyed by.
They should take the winning women's team from the women's tournament and make them play the bubble team from the men's tournament.
Dude, South Carolina would kick somebody's ass in that.
Hey, Crown. This is all I'm saying. There's a team that's available.
I mean, they can't even get into the NIT. So
yeah, well, we turn that down.
Also, you say we don't take notes before the game. Noah has an entire cocktail napkin.
Yeah.
And
the cocktail napkin's gotten very small nowadays. So
CJ
it's
does
not
do
like
it.
a bar stack anymore. It's like just
CJ's
a
got
normal.
It's like
CJ's
a
got a
singular
clipboard.
napkin. Yeah.
CJ had a clipboard, but fucking American Airlines
confiscated by TSA.
Southwest Airlines, or the TSA at Burbank Airport took it away, a potential weapon. But
Mac had a notebook, but he like everything,
Mac got
he
his
lost
notebook stolen at the bar.
Yep.
Yeah, with his charger.
Yeah.
No, the charger doesn't get stolen. The charger doesn't get stolen. It gets left behind, unfortunately.
Shout out to Nathan Cerna. I was at the game day, buddy. Hopefully you were too. All right. Let's get to enough of the. I mean, I know we have the NIT tomorrow, which we've already capped.
All 3 title games.
We should actually. I didn't think about
because we didn't cap that on this show.
Yeah. Maybe we should save that till tomorrow.
Well, it takes place tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
both the NIT and Crown title games are tomorrow. Sunday.
Whoops. But no. All right. I don't have slides. We're just gonna do this old school style.
Let's do it.
Do we have the Crown line? Yes. So Oklahoma's laying 3.5 against West Virginia in Las Vegas. I'm assuming Stash, are you going to this one again? Shout out to Stash. That was
he was at an Aviators game today, AA or AAA affiliate of the Athletics.
Stash is the fucking man, dude. We're growing
Looking
our army.
live.
We're growing our army more and more. Yeah, I'm all over Oklahoma. I'm sick of this West Virginia shit. I had Stanford money line, and these bastards down like 8 with like a minute left to get the game to overtime.
Yep.
And then they ruined my Creighton future today. And meanwhile,
running hot.
I mean, just this old school Big 12 matchup. One should be in the Big 12, and it's not West Virginia.
One
Oklahoma's
should be in the Big
laying.
East.
That's what I'm saying. Oklahoma's laying 3.5. I'm all over the Sooners. Remember Sooner.
Okay. All right.
And I'll take the over also.
I've been riding West Virginia for the first 2 rounds. However, I'm hopping off. Oklahoma a bit more explosive on offense. If WV falls behind to a halfway decent offensive team, there's no way they're going to be able to catch up. I'll ride with Oklahoma. I'll lock it up with. We got to bet this, right, Colby? We have to lock these up.
I'm betting every look. Knowing that, dude, I had like this moment the other day where my wife was saying, "How many games are left?" And I looked, and at the time the NIT and Crown hadn't played, so it was like 7, I think. And I was like, 7 games, right? Or maybe it was just the Crown had played the first day, whatever it was. At the time, it was 7 games.
Yeah, she's thrilled.
I just thought, and she's like, and I love my wife, but I'm just saying, she's like, we can do all this great stuff, and I was like, but I love basketball. I love basketball.
Hey, honey,
I've been scouting the New Zealand league, so it's starting next week. So
Tony
just
Bennett
say,
used to be in that league. Yeah.
Hey, honey, the college football previews begin next week.
I told her next month. I did tell her next month. That shit is. We got a month. We got a month.
Yeah.
All right. My wife's fantastic, but at the same time, she watches a lot of shitty horror flicks, and I love shitty movies.
Horror.
But yeah, she loves horror. Like, but to me, you get like, I don't want to watch. Like, I like a movie that knows it's going to be shitty from the start, self-aware being shitty, in the horror genre. If you are not self-aware and you're just trying to do a movie, and I have to sit there and watch that, that's really bad. Like the genre-wise, that's pretty bad to me. Pretty far down the totem pole. So I'm going to be doing that next 30 days.
I got it worse, Colby. My wife, anything British, like the old like British movies about like aristocrats like drinking tea.
She seeks those out.
Seeks them like you wouldn't believe. Like I'll just she'll be watching.
What?
I'm like,
please elaborate, please.
I wish I could. Okay.
What made her? I mean, first off, your wife's from Korea.
Yeah. 100%.
So I am very intrigued on how did she fall down this rabbit hole?
Well, she studied in London for a couple of years. Is my understanding.
Okay.
I think that's part of it.
Now we're figuring some shit
Peeling
out.
back
Okay.
the onion here. We're figuring some stuff out.
Yeah.
And so she studied like English history.
English language. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then she thought that was fascinating. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you poor bastard.
Yes. Oh, without well, we like she'll have like one of her shows or one of her movies on, and I'll just be like, didn't we just watch this? Isn't this the same? No, this is the other series. This is it's this is in this one the priest solves crimes instead of the police. I'm like, oh wow.
It's tough, dude. That's tough. That you might have me beat. I think the more I think about it, because at least like at the end of the day, like you're watching some type of like, they get creative with the murders even on shitty scary movies. Like they still have like a saw blade to the face or something where you're like, okay, right?
I just
something
can't
like
believe one like seeks out like the thrill or the jump scares in a movie and like thoroughly enjoys it rather than celebrating it in October. Like it's the month that's in theme.
Dude, I have a cat. The other day, I come in from recording, sit on the couch for 1 minute, literally lay down on the couch for 1 minute. She's watching a scary movie. My cat, it's not like I have my shirt off or anything. My cat just jumps up on me, and I'm just like saying what's up, and she gets freaked out from a scary movie. My cat like sliced my fucking sliced. It was in December because guess what? When I had to go to the doctor's office, they wondered about my It looked like some shit in Rambo. You know what I mean? Like the slash across. They're like they thought I was in like a domestic dispute or something. So like because my wife was there. It was anyway. No. What the fuck are we talking about?
Troy,
basketball.
Yeah,
Oklahoma, West Virginia. You're associated with both.
Easiest handicap of all time, and I actually just looked to see if they had put any prop markets up.
Oh no.
Nigel Pack is really good in games that don't fucking matter. This game does not matter. Nigel Pack will be really good in this game. I will lay it with Oklahoma.
Nigel Pack sees 5 zeros at the end of the prize of the winning the tournament, and that's why he's playing so well.
I also want to say that Noah's handicap on scary movies and thrillers is completely correct. You don't have to watch a scary movie to get scared. You can just like live real life and start accepting reality around you. Pretty fucking scary.
Way
That is true.
Yeah. My pick on this game is pretty simple as well. Like I'm with all three of you, and I'll add analysis that my lead analysis is going to be Porter Moser. He's a damn good tournament coach. Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Now would be a great time for Mac to do his I'm not going to be here for the whole show because I'm hammered, but jump right in and do you guys are all fucking wrong. The Mountaineers are going to win this shit. You do have to worry about the man in the coonskin cap, though. Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I'm shocked that West Virginia is here. First off, I thought they've been terrible away from home all year. The fact they pulled the Stanford game out their ass, and then they stick it to the Creighton game was a fucking ass whooping.
I'm not shocked because I talked about the matchup of Stanford, West Virginia, both new head coaches establishing culture. I wouldn't be surprised if either one made a run. I am surprised that they beat Creighton in the way that they did, but I thought there was a possibility for Stanford or West Virginia to get to the final. Cap.
Honestly, I didn't think this Creighton team was any good.
No, neither did I.
I did not.
That's because
and their best two players weren't playing. So.
True, yeah, but no, just they had their one game get up spot for win one for coach, and usually you can get one game out of that. And then
watch what you say, because if UConn wins the Natty Monday night, don't forget Creighton went into UConn and won by 30.
Fair enough.
But I get your point. Fair enough. Okay, let's jump over to the NIT, which we got a banger.
This game is hilarious.
Auburn laying 5.5. Shout out, dude. We talk a lot of shit about.
Yeah, we shit on Auburn and
Stephen Pearl. I respect what he's done.
What was the path that they took to get here?
Well, they were at the Jungle taking on South Alabama and
yes,
South Alabama,
Nevada,
Seattle, Nevada. I was most impressed by Illinois State's path, and then they took out Illinois State. So now I'm very impressed with Auburn and just the matter of how they did it.
Yeah, I'm just impressed that they didn't just phone it in. At least their roster's showing up. You know what I mean? That's where. I in this day and age, Stephen, the fact that Auburn Florida State turned down this shit. Florida State's broke.
Yeah, the fact that
they turned down the crown.
32 minutes.
Yeah. So I am. But having said all of that, I am all over Tulsa in the points. I think the money line's live.
Really?
I think. So here's what Illinois State I don't think has the athleticism that Tulsa has. When I watched that Illinois State game. It really showed against Auburn. Now, obviously, Auburn's got a higher caliber athlete than Tulsa, but I think Tulsa is.
I think that's a similar
game.
Yeah, you're right, but I think it's a different game if Illinois State's best athlete, the big man Chase Walker, doesn't get into foul trouble. Only played 22 minutes, and he was doing well, and he's been their best player. But yeah, to your point, the athleticism of Tulsa is more than Illinois State's got.
That's not saying Illinois State had a lot. There's a lot of white basketball in Illinois State.
Thank you, Colby. I was about to put that one up.
Abner's crack. Shout out to Abner. Shout out to Robert Martin. But Abner, to be honest, Noah doesn't hate Dominicans. He hates our birth certificates.
I wouldn't say that.
They are real,
I
Noah.
would not say the birth certificates. No way. I know way too many families that have multiple sons with the same name, specifically to be able to use the other certificate.
I am 12. I am 12.
Yeah.
And
I'm
on example that everybody knows, Wander Franco's got 4 brothers named Wander. I don't want to hear it.
Are you wondering if he's the youngest one?
Too
Abner cracking me up. Look, I think Tulsa can give him a game. I think that I'm definitely taking the points. I think moneyline could be live, but I look, I have faded Auburn through. Well, actually, Nevada covered for me. They backdoored that thing.
Yeah, barely.
But South Alabama,
Jungle.
Yeah, I was all over South Alabama. I was like moneyline play, ate shit there. Illinois State moneyline play. I stayed away from the Seattle game, but yeah. Tulsa's gonna get it. I think David Green, the forward there, he's a fucking beast, man. I think that he could present some challenges. And remember, Tulsa only played 1 Power 5 and they lost by 1 at Kansas State, but they're up that whole fucking game. I had that money line. I'm still mad about that money line. Give me the Golden Hurricane plus the points. Bieniek, what are you doing here? You're on mute.
Muted. I'm gonna disagree, and I'm gonna take Auburn. I think that like this roster, if they're playing committed, there's a lot more scoring options than Tulsa's got. Tulsa's backcourt's very, very good, and I think they'll keep them in this game and be competitive. But I worry about Tulsa's defense, so we're gonna go Auburn.
Yeah, I'll lock up Auburn. SEC roster versus CU favorite. Go ahead.
An American roster.
I apologize. I get the CU say.
I'm saying, dude. I get so heated.
Yeah, they're an American roster, so they're not getting any federal subsidies.
Yeah. ICE isn't knocking on the door, Colby. They're an American roster.
Yeah, they're not playing for their lives. ICE isn't waiting outside.
I had a drop I forgot to put on the board that I was wanting to play. But
lock up Auburn SEC roster versus an American roster.
I mean this SEC nonsense. All right, look,
it's a better caliber of athlete.
Look, Auburn should have been in the NCAA tournament. I was the only one that was on here saying
Oklahoma should have been in the tournament.
Oklahoma should have been in the NCAA tournament.
That's why we're going to 76.
Auburn should not have sniffed the tournament.
Agree with Noah.
And whether they should have or shouldn't
Oklahoma deserved over Auburn.
It feels like the Auburn team has bought into the idea that a few more games and we can prove our point. I'm all over Auburn here. I think you can alt-line Auburn. But the biggest reason, and as everybody that watches this show knows, hurricanes don't happen on the West Coast. They do not occur. When Colby wanted to fade the Hurricanes against ECU, I told him, hurricanes come up the eastern seaboard. Why a team in Oklahoma is named the Golden Hurricane and not the Golden Tornado? Dumb. I'm all over Auburn here.
Well, buddy, you once again, I got to remind you about the 1858 San Diego Hurricane. It did happen in the year 1858 in September, late September, I believe September 30th.
Did it get far enough on land that would be like Vegas level of West?
And it did. No, I don't know that, but I know while I was in LA, we did get one hurricane, although they said it was a hurricane. I don't know that it truly was a hurricane. But I think they just call it El Nino. But anyway, just to let you know, it depends what defines a fact, because they did what.
It depends on what the definition of is.
Yeah, they called it a hurricane on the news in LA one time. But okay, so we've solved all this here.
I'm just glad that out of all the things that we can get Colby to look up quickly, the one is there's definitely been a hurricane on the West Coast. Hold on, let me check this out.
Mike is correct here on this. This is off topic, but yes, my mom is her pops was Filipino and mom is Hawaiian.
Oh shit! Noah's birth certificate might be wrong.
That explains the hate for the Dominicans.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we go to this game. It's called the National Championship. Michigan is laying 7.5 on DK. Over under at 144.5. I mean, after watching Michigan today, I don't really want to get in front of that train, but I have to. Danny Hurley, they have multiple guys that have won national championships. They have, they've shown That my thing is at least he can stay. You saw Izzo stay in it. You know, like the really good coaches I think can stay in the game with Michigan.
Izzo still
Can
lost
they
by
win
double
it?
digits.
I just don't think this. What's that?
Izzo still lost by double digits.
Both games?
I'm almost certain it was both.
Oh,
The
one of
first
them
one,
was short.
they
Yeah.
lost by 10 and they lost by 12. And Michigan
Yeah,
State
and I
gave
think,
up
and I think
really
Hurley's
good
better
fights.
than Izzo.
Okay.
You don't
I
think
think
they're going to
Hurley's better than
foul
Izzo.
themselves out of a cover?
Michigan wins by 3 or 4.
How real is the injury to Axel, do we think?
That's a
He's
good thing.
He entered
You know
in
what?
with an
Fuck it.
ankle
UConn
injury.
money line. UConn money line. The Big Ten goes another year without a natty. UConn money line. Come on, Bill Russo. Come on, Dave. All those UConn fans. Let's do it one more time. One more time. I mean, shit. You've already beaten a bunch of these teams. You took down Michigan State. You took down Duke. Your roster looks average. But we could do this. We could do this. Let's go. Especially, hey, we talked about this before. We talked about this. I don't know if you were on the show, but when a lot of times, like you get that big
run.
When the magical run.
Yeah.
When you get that shot, and also the big time Final Four game for the opposing team, where they say it should have been the Natty. They say these were the two best teams.
But did it deliver? Or was it an absolute snooze fest in the other matchup?
I mean, all the games today were a snooze fest.
Yes.
Every game that I got eyes on was a fucking snooze fest. I'm taking the point. Sprinkle the money line. Hurley, baby. I don't want to ask Bieniek right now. Troy, let's go to you.
All right.
Oh,
The entire audience knows where I'm going.
Yeah, we do.
I think this might actually be echoed by Noah, but I think if you're going to bet this game, you bet Michigan to cover or you bet UConn to win outright. I don't think UConn loses this game by 3 or 4 points. I think if they're in the game, they win. And if they're not in the game, they lose by about 17 points. So I will be taking the UConn money line.
Okay.
I will not fade Dan Hurley. I could probably lose upwards of 10 or 11 games in a row and still be positive on Dan Hurley. So we will stick with that investment and just ride the train until it blows up and fucking rolls over and takes out 150 people off the track. But for now, the train is steaming forward.
And the train of like the Big Ten hasn't won a natty in 26 years.
To be fair, that's been a story all year long, though. So the idea that it could be fulfilled is not that far-fetched. And Michigan's a way better team.
Well, it's a dumb storyline from the start because like Purdue was in the natty, like 2 years ago, right? I mean, they've got, if you get teams to the natty, we're splitting hairs.
I'll actually, since I missed the middle on the Final Four game for Michigan or on the Elite Eight game, I think I'll probably like alt line Michigan to 14.5 and bet UConn money line and just hope I'm correct on one of the two occurring. Because I really don't think that UConn team, if they're down like 6 or 7 points late, is going to get it back to 3. I think maybe it balloons up and they finally realize that the magic is over.
I talked myself into UConn money line, so I will delete my Michigan by 3 or 4. That's deleted. That's thrown out there. Cap, I'm curious your thoughts, but also who's the dog there? That's right there.
That's Spike. He's the official dog of Cannabis Castle.
Love that. What kind of dog is
Cannabis Castle is hilarious.
What kind of dog is Spike?
He's a rescue, so we don't know his exact parentage. We believe he's part Javanese at least.
He's a survivor though.
You have no idea. Okay. He was born in Cairo, Egypt.
Oh shit, dude.
So apparently in the Middle East, like street dogs is like a big thing. Like what happens is wealthy families, they get their kids a puppy. Then when it gets big, they just toss it out. So we were pretty sure, we were told he was born on the street. He's,
how the fuck did you get him into Chicago?
So a shelter.
You got a pipeline. You got a pipeline into Cairo.
There is a pipeline from Cairo to Chicago, and I'll tell you what it is. There's a shelter in Cairo that finds these like stray puppies in Cairo, and is partnered with the shelter in Chicago. And this guy, his like life's goal, he runs a business to fund bringing dogs over from the Middle East to find families in the U.S. He runs like a boarding business, like a grooming boarding business, just to pay for that.
That's wild. That's
So,
wild.
Cap, have you ever realized that Cairo and Chicago is 2 C's?
I have realized that. So either way, so he flew from Cairo to Canada. They shaved him at the border. So, and made him do quarantine for a couple of weeks. Then he came to Chicago. We met him 2 weeks after he arrived,
Oh
and
shit.
we fell in love. He's the sweetest boy we've ever met.
So you bought? Did you agree to this while he was in Cairo?
No.
Okay.
We saw his picture. We had lost a dog about maybe like a year and a half earlier, and hadn't been ready to get another one yet. And my wife was, she started looking, and I started looking, and we're like, yeah, it's time to have a puppy in the house again. So,
well, the reason why I asked that is like I tried to get a dog in from Colombia. I was looking at it, and they were like, that shit was thousands.
It's not cheap, no.
Oh my god! I was like, yeah, okay. You're gonna stay homeless in Colombia. I tried. I inquired. And then I was like, yeah, okay. There's a lot of dogs here that need help too. Okay. What were we talking about again? Your pick. What are you doing here?
All right. A couple angles here. Number one, I don't think Michigan is going to shoot 44% from three again. I think they're due for some regression from the 3-point line. Second, I don't think you're going to see UConn turn the ball over the way we saw Arizona turn the ball over tonight. They've been reasonably good with the limiting turnovers, especially the game they just played. I think they had like 3 or 4 turnovers, something crazy like that. So a veteran roster can limit turnovers. Due for some regression from Michigan. I'm on UConn on the points. I am going to wait to jump on them. However, I think this line steams up. Once it gets closer to 8.5, 9.5, that's when I'll be jumping on UConn.
All right, so 3 of us on UConn, and now Bieniek. I'm curious your thoughts, Bieniek. I'm wondering where you're going to go, but also, Cannabis Capper. If you were to somehow, if when you pass away,
okay,
it's one way to start it.
Well, I was just curious if you had considered maybe didn't they normally do it with cats, but they would put them in the tomb with them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Any interest
in having my dog put in the tomb with me?
Well, if he might already be dead, he could be his ashes. Could be his ashes. Yeah.
We've got the ashes collection over there. Yeah, I think it'll probably.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just curious.
It'll probably be my wife's tomb.
How Egyptian do you really want to be?
I don't. Only one of us is Egyptian. It's not me. So.
All right, that's just my first thought. I was just wondering, like, because I think I watched a documentary on some shit on that. Like, some of them would they put them in there live, those bastards, right? Some of them they'd be like, just throw it in there,
like people in there live, like they like take their.
What a way to go! What a fucking way to go! All right, well, look, we should put this guy in a fucking in a tomb alive after he makes this next pick. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Yeah, first off, we know Mac's pick, actually. He was texting in it throughout the finish of the UConn-Illinois game in an absolute rage, talking about how UConn was going to get absolutely blown out, that they're not talented enough in this game, no matter who was playing. He was actually saying it about Arizona. Maybe if he was on the show, he would get to talk himself into taking UConn in spite of me. But he even tweeted out after the Michigan game that UConn will lose by 20 points or more. And I am in agreement with Mac for what it's worth. You look at the last 5 national championship games, they've all been blowouts or blowout script. Baylor absolutely blew out Gonzaga. Gonzaga did not show up to that game. First 5 minutes, it was done. You look at UConn's win over Purdue, absolute laugher. Zach Edey had a nice game, but Purdue got ran out of the gym. Same thing with San Diego State. UConn just absolutely blew them out of the gym. The Houston game against Florida last year, Houston was up double digits for a lot of it, blowout script. And then also Kansas, North Carolina, the infamous double-digit comeback Kansas made against North Carolina to win that game. Blowout script. Like, I think you get that once again. I don't see how Michigan doesn't take an early commanding lead on UConn. You just look at the flaws of this team. The backcourt at times really struggles to hit shots. And with the way that Michigan defends and the way that they've looked engaged on that end of the floor in the NCAA tournament, at least in the second half, the first 4 games, and then today, it was right from the tip. This is just people are going to rip on me if they're tuning in just now, but I've been preaching this all year. It's a different Michigan team when they're actively engaged on the defensive end. Cap said that UConn isn't going to turn the ball over a ton. They don't historically, or like this year, haven't turned it over a ton. And Michigan doesn't force turnovers. What they do is they block a shitload of shots. And UConn is bottom 100 in shots blocked this year. Michigan's third nationally. Michigan is third nationally in shots blocked. So,
well, and you have been saying all year that you do not like Dominicans, and that I must go back to
Yaxel Lenborg is a star Dominican.
Well, he was injured, and you said earlier that they played better without him, which was a subtle racist comment by you. Is your
he was worth all the money? I will say he was worth all the money. I was happy that he.
Hey, Noah Rocker, are you picking Michigan because they are potentially not going to have the star Dominican LeBron?
Yeah, even with the ankle brace, the knee brace, I'm very happy that he played. He's well worth the $4 million or whatever he did get paid. So I was happy that he was out there hitting some shots, even though he wasn't very mobile. If you watch that game, he was not moving well in the second half there. No, actually, what I'll point you to is former Michigan big man Terrace Reed. He could have a good day. However, if he gets into any foul trouble at all, Eric Ryba, the backup big, he's an absolute board. I think would probably get bullied down low against this Michigan front court. I just think that Michigan gets an early lead. UConn has to play from behind for a lot of it. Michigan to cover is my pick, even if they aren't making shots at the tremendous clip that they were against Arizona. I think UConn struggles to put up 55, 60 plus. I would take the team total on UConn to go under. I wouldn't say under for the full game. I could see a world where it. What is the total on the game? Actually, I haven't looked at the line for either one. I think Michigan wins it by like 12 plus.
I saw 145.5. Is that right?
If you want to bet the over, it's
144.
144. If you want to bet the under, you can get 145.5.
Yeah, I'm on like a lower scoring chokeout by Michigan. That's kind of how I think it goes.
Okay. There we go. All right. I mean, I'm very excited to watch it though.
I looked before the show. I didn't see any underdog projections either yet. I'll look again before we get out of here.
Props haven't quite hit the market yet.
We call them projections on this show.
Well, for the underdog, projections haven't hit the market, but for
they just hit. Oh, we got UConn, Michigan stuff.
Nice.
So let's run through this. We've typically done this because there's only one game. Like Terrace Reed, I think there's an angle where it's a revenge game against Michigan. It's not his coach. Dusty May was not there. Like Terrace Reed transferred out when the coaching change happened. I think there's an angle or a narrative for anything there. There's a boatload of player projections for him. Do you guys like anything there? Because I think if UConn stays in the game, he has a whale of a game.
Well, like Colby was saying earlier, even when UConn gets into trouble, it seems like they have sets where they get a good look. A lot of those good looks are simply giving the ball to Terrace Reed on the low post. Now, whether he converts them or not, that comes down to the fact that, I mean, they're going to be playing a team that's got major size compared to what Terrace Reed's been going up against. So there's a chance that they don't get converted. But from how he's played throughout the whole tournament, I wouldn't even be surprised if you're still correct on like a Michigan blowout where Terrace Reed still gets like 18 and 12.
Yes.
Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll co-sign. I mean, I don't know. Like, what's Caravan's?
Caravan's at 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He didn't really have a great Final Four game, so this could be a Caravan game.
He's invisible against Duke too.
Yeah, he didn't have a great Elite Eight game either.
Yeah, 13.5 points is his projection there.
It's his average for the season. That's where they got that from.
I would go higher there because even if they're getting blown out, I think that one of the only ways that they can get 3-point looks is actually running Caravan off of ball screens away from the ball. And even if they're down, he'll probably jack up 2 or 3 more threes.
Well,
his
line is 2.5 threes.
If the Axel can't move as well,
I don't know.
Well, my only handicap to being able to beat the size of Michigan is stretching them. And
you
Alex
saw
Caravan
how well they
can
played
stretch.
without Yaks. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
if it matters.
the game was over. That game was over.
They made it over when he was off the floor. Like the first 2 minutes, he picked up 2 fouls and he was done.
I would think what Cap was saying is if Yaks isn't on the floor, then it's less likely that Caravan gets those open threes. But if he's on the floor, there's a chance that he gets a little bit more spacing.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know that I love either of those props.
No,
Or,
I'd probably go on. I'd probably go on Caravan PRA.
I mean, if UConn wins the game, Alex Caravan's going to go for 20 or more points. Which is why I think it's kind of a long shot that UConn wins the game.
Yeah.
He didn't do it tonight.
Yeah.
So that's Terrace Reed and Caravan. Do you guys fancy Solo Ball or Braylon Mullins more? If you're on UConn,
is Braylon Mullins' projection still like 2.5 3-pointers?
Yeah,
I think I would go the higher on that.
I like that. Sign me up for that.
He's
Sign
made
me
that,
up for that.
He made that
Michael
big
Huffer
shot
coming in with
a lot of confidence.
Adam Schefter type update. Sorry, from Michael Huffer.
There we go.
I'm just gonna wake up in the morning hearing this song playing from Max.
It's McIntyre here, what I say.
Coonskin cap on, nothing else.
Yes, Mac is in an apartment from some Jane.
Mountain is that's what it's ring. First to give your girl a crazy dream with 3 kids. Remember the gas up. I'm the king who gives your girl her ass.
He is giving some girl an ass rub allegedly right now.
Allegedly.
What else you want to hit on before we get out of here?
So all that's available right now are UConn player projections, which isn't an issue. All 3 of you guys are on UConn. Mac and I are on Michigan. So I'm interested if you don't love like a Caravan anything, and you weren't really thrilled on Reed because they were set a little high, like Solo Ball, Mullins, Demery. Who do you guys think is gonna have
Mullins? You could talk me into. I think that's probably the play.
I like the Mullins play.
By the way,
Solo
hell
Ball?
of a story with Mullins. He was born in Indiana. His dad's a Michigan fan. The name Braylon comes from Braylon Edwards. Colby.
Oh,
That's
very good
adorable.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
New York Jets. Yeah.
So 12.5 points on Mullins, 16.5 points, rebounds, assists, 2.5 threes. Anything there?
Jaden Ross at 2.5 rebounds. I kind of like.
Yeah, I've liked Ross. He's played better in the NCAA tournament
Yeah, he
than
has.
a couple of the other starters.
I think that's all I got, guys.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think if you're looking to target any player projections on the Michigan side, again, they're not out on Underdog Fantasy yet or their Pick'em platform. But I think your guy that you're looking for to have a big game from Michigan is like Adai Ma, who
Brett's going to go 100%
for the first time this season. His family's at Indianapolis, like for the Final Four. He had a fantastic first game. Like, I don't think that's any sort of coincidence whatsoever that the guys just playing very spirited ball right now. Plus, without Yaxel, like I think the game goes through the front court to get Terrace Reed in foul trouble. I set it on the Arizona handicap with Merez just because the projection was a little low, in my opinion. They dropped the same number if they drop it around that same range again, I would be in on Merez. So Merez and Ma for me.
I think if the projections are low on Yaxel because they assume that he's hurt really bad, he's going to play no matter what. He's going to get, I mean, he was limping up and down the court to continue playing today. He understands that winning a national championship is more important than your future career because, like what I was talking about with Colby before you guys came in, when you're sitting around the fire at 55 years old with your other buddies from the Michigan college basketball team, you're going to be talking about how you remember when I needed surgery, but I put it off for 3 days so I could play in that national championship game. If for some reason his projections are like noticeably lower than they should be, I will probably play the higher on a few of those with Yax.
Yeah, Troy has a point there too. And I think an angle for Yaxel, you saw it offensively throughout the second half when he played sparingly and then they pulled him because there was an absolute blowout. He was pretty stationary on the offensive end, like just used as mainly a spacer and a good decoy. But he did drill a couple of catch and shoot threes. Maybe look for the 3-pointers.
Yeah, for some reason it's like half or 1.5 is his 3-point projection.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I need confirmation he's definitely playing.
Yeah.
But
I think to Troy's point, he will like gut it out, probably play like 15 minutes ish. Like that could be a fair projection. And I will say in replacement of like a Yaxel, look to Trey McKinney. Trey McKinney's been unbelievable in this tournament run. Threes, points. He's been getting better and better every single game. And then the other thing I starred here, if we didn't have anything else.
Shout out to Rob Donaldson, by the way, giving us $20. Does your dog speak Egyptian?
When we first got him, he spoke Arabic. He now speaks English and Korean.
Does he like listening to the Bengals?
I like listening to the Bengals.
The Bengals. There you go.
Now, if Moneyline Mac was here, he could tell you about the 2 basketball games that our basketball team played. I was told that my ankle was severely sprained, so I put an air cast on and played 25 minutes of each game to then get an x-ray afterwards to find out it was broken. If I can play on a broken ankle, anyone can play on a broken ankle.
That's fair. That is
if I
fair.
can change, you can change. Everybody can change.
And Yaxel's played this entire NCAA tournament on that bum ankle, and everybody saw he kind of rolled it and did whatever to it, like kind of awkwardly. It was front.
They were looking more at his knee than his ankle, though.
So what happened was like he rolled the ankle and then landed on the knee that he was trying to kind of, gingerly land on the ankle, and he fucked up the knee too, from my look. So yeah, that was rough.
Toradol works wonders, though.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I did enjoy some of the college basketball snobs that hate the transfer portal.
Toradol is great, by the way. I've been on it once, luckily. So
wow, Noah Bieniek finally getting in here on the drug talk. It's been what, years?
I have experience.
But I love everyone saying, well, like it's so tragic for UAB that Yaxel Lindenberg has been balling out and looking like the best player in the country. And it's like, well, what about Arizona Western?
Yeah.
People forget he played for Arizona Western. They're not sitting there saying, "You motherfuckers at UAB."
Well,
how
about St. John's? Like, this is not the first guy either. Like the St. John's recruiting class when Pitino took over, and that recruiting class dispersed because Pitino was like, "I'm going to the portal, guys. See ya." That recruiting class is quite good. I forget a couple of other names, but you had Yaxel, you had a couple other guys.
Well, also, he did not bring Walter Clayton Jr. with him.
Yeah, that was mind-blowing.
Anyway,
that takes me to this comment from William Kennedy real quick.
This fucking guy. Okay.
He's asking, did Noah have a future on Michigan Natty? When was I going to get a good price? I was hesitant, like everybody else in the world, by the way, about the 3 bigs and if it would work. Once they established that they were a good team in Vegas, they were plus 800 for like the rest of the year. You never got a good price on Michigan.
What you got it in hockey though?
Yeah, got Michigan in hockey.
Michigan's thriving right now.
Did you see the billboards that they put up, or the advertisement boards that they put up in Indianapolis?
Listen to how fucking coked up he is right now.
How do you prefer your fours, final or frozen?
Ooh.
Yeah, you like your eggs, fried or fertilized?
Reminder: Frozen 4 this week in.
I prefer them macked.
Nice.
This week in Vegas. All right, follow Bieniek on Twitter at NoahB77_. Check out the college baseball experience and the Frozen 4 on the college hockey experience. Shout out to Troy Chewning. He's on Twitter at Troy Chewning.
Don't dox me.
Yeah. Get out, walk another 38,000, whatever it is. I would walk 38,000 miles. Cannabis Capper, the Egyptian magician. He is on Twitter at cannabis _ Capper, right?
No,
or
underscore. Just
okay.
my name. Just one word.
There we go. At Cannabis Capper. Give him a follow. It's been a fun time, guys.
Yeah. Happy Easter too.
Happy
Hasty
Easter
and everybody else in the chat.
Shout out to the whole chat. It's cool as fuck. I mean, we're grateful. We're very grateful. Hope you have a wonderful Easter. And if you don't celebrate it, then I hope you have a wonderful day. How about that?
Cheers.
Go Tulsa. All right. Till next time.
War Eagle.
Yeah. Tulsa has risen. All right.
Go Blue.
Yeah. And shout out to anyone going to the Bet Detectives comedy shows in Thursday and Friday and Saturday in Richmond and Virginia Beach, but also shout out to Molly Line Mac, who's at the fucking some broad's apartment in Muncie or some shit somewhere in Indiana, right? For that, we will go out with this one. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we out of here.
It's back tonight. Hear what I say. Money line back in the major way. Those tacos from Billy Ray and the mimosas the way. Ask your girl how my money go. Go West Virginia, that's what they scream. First to give your girl a crazy dream. Hey kids, remember to gas up. I'm the king who gives your girl an ass rub. It's money line back and that's what it's about now. I wear my coonskin hat when I take your girl to Plowtown. It's money line back and that's what it's about now. I wear my coonskin hat when I take your girl to Plowtown. Yeah. It's money line back, feel the heat. Money line back, can't be beat. Billy Ray's tacos and mimosas set me free. All the fine guys follow me. Listen up, Jack Fox, here's the deal. Money line me give that for more than cop in the field. I love a good slow jam. When it comes to money line back, now that's a proud program. It's money line man, can't be beat. Billy Ray's tacos and mimosas set me free. All the fire yours follow me. Your girl's in a foxhole spot, taking her to Mountain Mamas for the 5-ball shot. My boy, he is hot, just see to I got